Why not try to...
So there are days when I have to do a whole lot of research before I do these videos. And then there are days like this where the videos just write themselves. The amount of pearl clutching and whining being done by people in the Republican Party, the MAGA Party, whatever you want to call them, over people saying that they are not mourning the death of Lindsey Graham. And yes, some people saying that they are celebrating the death of Lindsey Graham. These people really don't see the irony. They don't see how hypocritical they are at all. Like, they don't remember the things that Donald Trump said about John McCain after he passed away. Said that he was only a hero because he got caught. So this guy, who's a MAGA, makes a bunch of MAGA videos, decided to get on this internet and say how disgusting and vile and unloved people who have the nerve of saying that they're not mourning the death of, or they're celebrating the death of Lindsey Graham.
People out celebrating the deaths of somebody they disagree with politically, or a politician they disagree with politically, you're the lowest that this country has to offer. You're low IQ, you're unintelligent, you're uneducated. You probably have nobody in your life that loves you or you love because you don't understand what that is, or you wouldn't say the things you say. The fact that we find it acceptable in this country to wish death on somebody we disagree with politically, or to celebrate the death of somebody we disagree with, shows me how far we have fallen as a country and as a society. You no longer cherish life to where we find it acceptable to dispatch 1 million children every single year and then wonder why certain segments of our population have remained the same percentage for decades and don't know why. The fact that you think it's okay to do this is disgusting in every way whatsoever. And you probably don't follow politics. You don't know anything about the politician, the district, the state, whether they're in the Congress or the Senate. You have no idea how they voted. You just know they had a letter next to their name that's different than the one you vote for. Because again, you're ignorant people who, in my eyes, serve no purpose to our society.
So of course, like myself and many other people, went to his comments and said things like, is this where I post Donald Trump's tweet about Robert Mueller or Rob Reiner, or the video about him talking about John McCain? Like, is this where I remind you that the guy you support, the guy whose cult you're in, has said the worst things about people in their death? In fact, I would venture to say that most of the leftists who are saying these things are saying them because of what Donald Trump said. This guy made a response video, and I cannot believe like how they don't recognize the irony, the double standard, the hypocrisy in the things that they say. He made a response video, and you would think he would say, you know what, you're right. You're right, and I probably shouldn't be following this guy who would say something like this. But no, his response video is actually supporting Donald Trump and what he said about Robert Mueller.
You did exactly what I expected a liberal leftist to do. You can't watch a video objectively and not bring up Donald Trump when I was clearly talking about everyday people wishing death or celebrating death on somebody that they disagree with politically. See, I don't agree with what Donald Trump said about Robert Mueller, but I also understand that Robert Mueller was part of a larger effort to try to unseat a duly elected president and to try to ruin Donald Trump's reputation, political career, and everything he could. See, they knew that the dossier was fake all the way back in 2016-17, as per the Durham report, and that the FBI never had enough evidence to even open an investigation. But the FBI took that unverified document, submitted it as a verified document, in order to then spy on a candidate, then a duly elected president, which is criminal and treasonous. But instead of being objective and telling the truth, they lied to the American people that they had all of this evidence that would take down Donald Trump, that he was corrupt and illegitimate, only to release the report after the midterms so that they could get the outcome that they wanted. See, Robert Mueller was part of an effort with the Democrats to try to unseat Donald Trump as a duly elected president, to try to ruin his reputation, his life, and his career. And if you don't see the difference in just hating somebody and wishing them dead because you disagree with them versus what Donald Trump felt about what Mueller and the Democrats were doing, well, then you're just not smart enough to help, are you?
The lengths they will go and the amount of pretzels they will twist themselves into in order to defend Donald Trump is absolutely sickening. It's a sickness. It's like stupidity and psychosis all wrapped into one. I mean, seriously, this guy is saying that Donald Trump celebrating the death of Robert Mueller is warranted because Robert Mueller investigated him. But people celebrating the death of Lindsey Graham isn't warranted, even though Lindsey Graham celebrated the deaths of children in Gaza and in Iran. I'm pretty sure that's way worse than investigating someone. And about all that treason and fraud and all this stuff that all these people committed against Donald Trump. Was anyone arrested or indicted for that? In fact, remember how many times they've come out now and said that they have all of the stuff on Obama? He committed treason. We're going after him. They haven't yet. I mean, seriously, Donald Trump is engaging in lawfare right now. He has tried to indict Letitia James, James Comey, and so many others, and it's all been thrown out of court. But this guy thinks Donald Trump celebrating the death of Robert Mueller is warranted because Robert Mueller investigated him, an investigation that actually led to arrests. And Robert Mueller was appointed special counsel by a bunch of Republicans. Donald Trump made similar tweets about Robert Mueller, about Rob Reiner. He also said that John McCain was only a war hero because he got caught. Trying to defend Donald Trump for this statement about Robert Mueller and saying the things that he said about people who are celebrating the death of Lindsey Graham, this is what they do. This is the psychosis, the sickness, the stupidity that it takes to be a MAGA today. Like this guy is the epitome of all of that. Like, make no mistake about it. Most of them think exactly how he does. And his ass is getting dragged in the comments. Like, absolutely dragged in the comments. Even people who are fans, even people who are like, yo, I voted for Donald Trump, but you're wrong, bro. This is not a winning one. Like, you are just so damn wrong. Oh my gosh. People actually think we should be debating these people. People actually think we should be welcoming these people. They actually think we should be trying to change these types of people. Goodness, they're so dumb. Period.
Don't want no enemies or ops. Envy in their heart, I tell them stop. Vacation on the yacht.